Happy Wednesday, webheads. You know what that is? It's New Comic Book Day. Guys, I went to the shop. I have a fat stack of comics to show you, so let's not waste any more time. What's happening, webheads? Welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0. I'm your host, Mike Spider Slayer, getting ready to bring you Spider Slayer's Comic Book Haul, episode 592. Holy cow, guys, we're getting close to 600. And this is the video series where each and every week I share with you what I pick up at my local comic shop, which is Comic Central, located in the city of Sanford in the Central Florida area. So if you're ever in the area, guys, stop by. Tell them Mike Spider Slayer sent you, and of course you'll get that mysterious black bag, and inside will be the comics that you purchased. So let's get going, guys. Mysterious black bag is in effect. We're going to take the comics out, and if you guys love daily comic book content and you love me helping you make decisions on what comic books to buy, hit that subscribe button. So here we go. Boom, there is that stack, man. Let me tell you, great stuff. All right, so we're going to kick it off with a book that I've never seen before, which I thought was a pretty awesome cover. This is G.I. Joe starring Snake Eyes and Ninja Force, I guess it is. I don't even know what's going on there, but I love the way this cover looked, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna buy it for $9, and I thought it was pretty cool. So yeah, that's the only like real back issue I picked up this week. But I did wind up getting that facsimile edition from Marvel of Hulk issue 181, obviously that first, appearance of Wolverine, or first full appearance of Wolverine, where it has all the ads and everything that you could remember from the issue. So with that being said, though, I also had to get the foil cover of 181. Now, this one was $4. I did pay cover price. I'm very curious to hear in the comments below, did you guys pay cover price for this comic, or did your shop charge you more? Very curious to hear that in the comments below. All right, so now we'll go to the independent comic books, and this is Dark Ride. This is issue 7, one of my favorite indies right now from Joshua Williamson, about this crazy amusement park that is obviously haunted. I love the artwork in this book, and we're learning more and more about this family, about where they came from, what this park is about, why it's haunted, why people die in it. It's just a great and spooky book, and if you love like amusement parks and like Halloween Horror Nights and stuff like that, I think you'll definitely get a kick out of this. All right, and then next we get a book from Whatnot Publishing. This is Astrobots. We are on issue 3 of this book. Really solid read. I like this. It reminds you a lot of Transformers. It kind of fills in the gap right now while Transformers is not around. This is the writer of Transformers as well, and this has been a solid book about humans trying to populate a new planet, and these bots called Astrobots are the ones that have created this world for the humans. Now something's not right. I feel like there's going to be some kind of treachery in here and whatnot, but the artwork is absolutely outstanding in the comic, and I really enjoy it a lot. All right, this is a book that is recommended to me by my shop manager. This is called Hunger and the Dusk. This is from G. Willow Wilson. This was obviously the writer of Ms. Marvel back in the day, the creator of that character, and she tends to write some really good stories, and I heard good things about this comic, so I was like, you know what, why not give it a try? I was definitely surprised by Barnstormers last week, so you never know when something could actually, surprise you. All right, and then speaking of Void Rivals, I wound up getting Void Rivals. This is issue 1, second print. Great cover here with Jetfire on there. Obviously, he makes his surprise debut in this comic book. But when I saw this cover, I'm like, man, this cover looks good. So I'm going to buy that second print. So really awesome looking book. If you haven't read Void Rivals, I definitely say pick that book up. All right, next we have a big one for me. This is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Stranger Things. This is issue 1. How the Turtles and the Stranger Kid things like meet each other, I don't know. Here's the interior artwork right from the start, guys, so you get an idea of what it looks like, and if you're on the fence about buying it, but it looks cool, man. The turtles look like traditional, you know, old school turtles from back in the day, just obviously colored, and they have their red bandanas too, so you can't distinguish them apart. That is cool, man. That is so awesome. Check them out right here. Oh, I'm excited about this. I can't wait to read this. Hopefully I won't be too busy so where I can do an episode of Worthy Ones this week. Then we got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of Time annual. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see what this is. I don't remember buying this, or putting it on the FOC, but maybe I did. But that's all right. It's cool. Turtles are just badass. All right. And now there is a time to do it. And you want to jump on? Do it, guys. Savage Dragon, issue 266. This is a great jumping on point as our Dragon family is now moving to San Francisco. They were in Chicago originally, then moved to Canada, and now they're in San Francisco. Here's some of the interior artwork in here. This book is written by Eric Larson. It's also drawn by Eric Larson. He's been doing this book forever, and he was one of the pencilers for Amazing Spider-Man back in the day, and that's how I followed Eric Larson. So yeah, cool stuff in this comic. Looks pretty good, and looking forward to it. All right, so now we move on to, I think, which is DC Comics, and we have Dawn of DC, of course, Night Terrors. This is issue 1. I thought the first issue, or the 0 issue, or the introductory issue of the series was fine. I made the comparison that this event reminds me a lot of Convergence. It's almost like a cookie cutter cutout as we get this main villain by the name of Insomnia. He is introduced for the first time, where in Convergence, that was a main villain by the name of Telos, and Telos captured all the different heroes and put them in their own little worlds. Well, here in this book, the similarity is Insomnia put everyone in this dream state, and he's searching for this Nightmare Stone. So the book is very similar in that shape and fashion when it comes to it taking place in the entire DC universe. And of course, all these books are miniseries and whatnot, but we'll see how it turns out. I thought this overall story was enough for me to keep going with it. Will I continue with all these tie-in books? Probably not, as I'm picking through the ones that I enjoy, and we'll see what happens with it. So this is issue 1 of the series. All right. Then we have Night Terrors, The Flash. This is issue 1. Like this cover, how he is actually being captured. Like, who can capture the Flash, right? Is that his biggest terror, or is that his biggest fear or nightmare, or whatever it is? I don't know. We'll see. I guess we're just going to have to read it and actually find out what happens with it. All right, guys, so before we continue on, I just want to give a quick shout out to Mark Spears' Monster Cards. This is Series 2. Check out the Kickstarter. Superstar cover artist Mark Spears is back with his Series 2 Monster Cards. These cards have over 140 cards in the set. And these cards have written bios, stories on the back of the cards like the original series. And yes, the puzzle cards are back. If you like Series 1, guys, you're definitely going to love Series 2. There's sticker cards. There's all kinds of different other cards. And this campaign has already raised over $16,000. They're in the stretch goals right now, trying to get to 20K, then 25, 30, and beyond. Guys, I'm going to leave the link in my description box below and in the pinned comments. If you want to back this awesome project, these cards are top-notch quality. Don't miss out on Series 2 Monster Cards by Mark Spears. Continuing on with DC, we have a nice looking cover right here. This is Night Terrors Zatanna. This is issue 1. Check out that booty on Zatanna. That is absolutely hilarious. She is all messed up there. Absolutely insane. Let's check out the artwork in here. Doom, I forgot that Doom Patrol was in this book, because if you look at the main cover, Doom Patrol and Zatanna is on here. Pretty cool facial expression right there. I love that cartoon comic style art. And then here she looks much more serious. So yeah, we'll see what this one has to offer here. Very creepy. All right. Speaking of creepy, we got Night Terror's Green Lantern issue 1. Love this cover. Look at how Jordan's exaggerated, like, facial expression there. That is insane. I am very excited to see what this one has to offer. Here's some of the interior artwork right here. Someone's in a casket. Who's in there? I don't know. But let's look at this right here, this 2-page spread. Oh, man. That looks horrific. So I'm definitely looking forward to this. You know, some of them can be really good and some of them can be cheesy. You know, a lot of people I know are either passing on the event or just reading the books on the characters that they like. All right, and then we have Night Terror's Shazam. This is issue 1. So I do read the Shazam book ongoing, so I was like, all right, well, why not check this out and see what this book is about. Let's see what we got here on the art. Looks like a lot of fire going on in there. So I don't know, we'll see. All right, next we move on to the Independents. We have Star Signs. This is issue 3. This has been surprisingly good. This is written by Solomon Ahmed, and it's about like the zodiac signs, and people that are attached to a zodiac sign have a special power. The constellation blew up, and now they're gathering together to do like some kind of special mission and whatnot. And we're slowly getting introduced to all the different zodiac characters in the comic. So very simplistic book, not a lot to read in it, but there's something there that I enjoy, maybe because it's just a little bit different. So that's issue 3. All right, and then we move on to Marvel, and then we have X-Men Days of Future Past Doomsday issue 1. So curious how they're going to add, you know, stories in between that main story that was going on back in the day. Here's some of the interior artwork, people getting blown up. That's always fun. And let's see what else is in here. Yep, we got some Wolverine action going on there. We got some Colossus. Looks like Captain America's in there too. So yeah, there's a lot of cool looking stuff in here. It's an oversized book. Looks like it's probably like $5. Yeah, $5. So not bad there. All right, and then we have the new What If books are coming out, and we have What If Loki, or Dark Loki? I don't know. I guess he's got the hammer, and maybe he's in control of it. I'm not sure. This definitely looks like it's made to take place in like a simpler time of Marvel Comics. So I don't know. We'll see what it has to offer. And I'm looking forward to some of these other What If books as well. Then we have the Web of Carnage. This is issue 1. I got the variant cover. I want to get all these covers so I can attach them. I think that will be pretty neat at the end of the day. Yeah, this is just another miscellaneous Carnage story, and this is after Carnage reigns. So we're going to see what happens with the character going forward here. Looks like we're dealing with the Meredith character once again. I don't know, man. You know, we've seen a lot of symbiotes this summer, and I wouldn't lie if I'm like kind of getting a little bit sick of them. But, you know, they're still cool no matter what. So we'll see what the book has to offer. Next, we'll end up getting Spider-Man. This is issue 7. This is the 3rd printing of this. So this is another nice looking cover with Spider-Boy on here. I obviously have the first printing. I got the second printing now, and now I have the 3rd printing of this. So pretty cool story. I'm a fan of Spider-Boy. I think the character is going to have some legs, and I like how Dan Slott is slowly introducing him in this universe, and then he's getting his own story. There's nothing wrong with that, man. At least this is a character with some intent, not just this one and done thing, right? All right, next, speaking of Spider characters, we got Miles Morales Spider-Man. This is issue 8. Really good book, same thing, right after Carnage reigns. It looks like Miles Morales is going to be doing battle against the Hobgoblin in this issue, which I'm really excited about. Check out that artwork. I'm telling you, man, this is the Spider book to beat these days. I think it's well written. I think the artwork is awesome. And this is the best Miles series that I've read since Brian Michael Bendis wrote Miles Morales in the other universe. So look at that. That is really cool stuff, guys. So definitely check out Miles if you're not reading it right now. Then I wound up getting a second copy for my next door neighbor. His son is 6 years old. He got into Spider-Man recently, and I've been feeding that addiction. I've been giving him like little trades. I've been giving him like figures and stuff like that. And I told his dad, I'm like, new Miles issue's coming out. You want it? And he's like, yeah, sure. So he's going to read it to his son, which I think is really awesome. All right. Speaking of more Spider-Man, we got Amazing Spider-Man issue 29 coming out this week. So we have Doc Ock with his new Dr. Octopus arms, which are really weird. They like separate and they become like their own little octopuses, which is something I don't know if I really can get on board with that. But the thing that makes it worse is like Doc Ock's old arms has like this conscience. It's like on its own. It's like a puppy dog, and it's attached to J. Jonah Jameson. It's just weird. I don't get why we're doing that with the character. Oh, God. Oh, dude. That's funny. I can't believe there is a certain character that made its appearance earlier, which I wasn't sure that was going to make a return, but he's back. I'm just going to leave it at that, guys. I'm going to leave it at that. So that's Amazing Spider-Man issue 29. Then we wound up getting the variant cover with Cat and MJ on it for the gala. Absolutely gorgeous cover. This is back when I saw this variant cover, I said MJ's not going to die because she's on this variant. And it looks absolutely gorgeous. Really nice cover there. And then we have the I don't know if this is the last one with these Disney 100 covers, but we have Minnie Mouse on there as Captain Marvel. So that's pretty cool. All right, guys, real quick, if you want to join a cool comic book group, check out my group, which is called Comic Book Corner 2.0 Webheads Unite. You just go on to Facebook, you do that search, you got to answer a few questions. By following those rules, you will get accepted into the group, and then you can have great conversation with other peers out there when it comes to comic books, collecting, reading, stories, hauls, CGCs, anything and everything. It's a great time. We have almost 1.8K in that group. Let's continue to make it grow. Again, Comic Book Corner 2.0 Webheads Unite, and in the fall I'll be doing my weekly comic book haul shoutouts. All right, so continuing on, we have the Fallen Friend story, The Death of Miss Marvel. Does this book have a more emotional punch than, say, Amazing Spider-Man issue 26? I don't know. We will see. Obviously, it has the same. It looks like the same artwork when Miss Marvel was written by G. Willow Wilson, and I'm pretty sure this story is made by or written by G. Willow Wilson. There's a couple other people attached to it as well. Maybe it's different artists for different chapters, because here we got Humberto Ramos who does chapter 2 here, and it's written by Mark Waid. Okay, so yeah, they're taking turns writing chapters here. So I'm curious to see how this book is going to turn out for readers. And then we have the variant cover, which I think is an homage to the original death of Captain Marvel. So yeah, that was pretty neat looking. And then we have Warlock Rebirth. This is issue 4. Solid series. I don't know if this is the end of it, but we have Warlock doing battle against Eve here. And I think what this book has going for it is just the simplicity, the action. I think the artwork is really good in it. And it just reminds you of a simpler time in comic books. So good stuff here. I'll recommend that any day. Then we got this Red Goblin. This is issue 6. Pretty sick cover here. A lot of people are voting for it for my cover of the week. If you haven't checked that out, I'll leave a card up top somewhere at some point in this video, and you can check it out. The Red Goblin series has been pretty neat as we get to see Normie Osborn have his own symbiote. He has it called Rascal, and he's having a tough time controlling it, and I feel like it's going to start getting out of hand in this issue, and I'm looking forward to seeing how this story continues now that also this Carnage Reign event is over. I feel like that event kind of messed up some books along the way, the momentum, and now that that event is over, we can get back to the original stories here. And then we wound up getting Moon Knight issue 25, the enormous 25th issue. This thing is huge. I had no idea it was going to be this big. It's $10, guys. And this thing is ginormous. It's like 60 pages. It's like a trade paperback. And this is the issue where Scarlet Scarab makes her appearance for the first time here. So here's some of the artwork in here. So I was like, man, that's a thick issue. Check out that art there. So that's really cool too. And then I wound up getting the Art Germ variant, not realizing at the time these books were $10 at a time, 10 books at a pop. So, but look at that cover, man. That is really nice. This book looks so much better in person than it does in the computer screen, man. But yep, now I got 2 copies of this comic book. All right, guys, so there you have it. There is the haul for the week. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I want to know everything that you guys picked up in the comments below or in my Facebook group. And guys, as always, I'll leave you more content right here to click on. And of course, keep buying, keep reading, and always remember to read those comics. Guys, thank you so much and have a wonderful new comic book day. Take care, everyone. Bye.